So now, when it comes to voltages, we have a bistable 555 timer right there. The output is high. We have a high input to the reset pin. Any amount of low input to the reset pin sets the output low, and it's going to stay that way. You can hold it down, doesn't matter how long it is. We need to give a low input to the trigger pin to set it back. We'll look at that coming up. But there you can see we have a pull-up resistor right there, keeping 5 volts at pin 4 because we're using 5 volts, the reset pin, until we close the switch. Then we get a direct connection to ground right there. And that is going to lead to the output going low. So what that means is the output connects to ground as best as it can. I used a blue LED to indicate when the output is connected to ground because we got positive supply right there. Red LED lights up when it outputs as close to the positive supply as it can, a high output. So now we come back to the bistable mode, 555 timer. Output's low, and it's going to stay low because we press the reset pin until we give a low input to the trigger pin right there. So it's 5 volts, pull-up resistor is doing that, and that's where we're taking our measurement at pin 2, but it comes up to that switch there which connects to ground when you press it. So it doesn't matter how long we press it, any brief period amount of time, it's going to set the output high, and it's going to stay high until we reset it. And so that's setting it when you get high right there. So we'll zoom in, and there you can see trigger pin right there. Main thing to remember is reset pin's more powerful if you're holding both of them. But yeah, we got 5 volts thanks to the pull-up resistor till we close the switch. Then we get a connection to ground. And when the output's high, that means you got as close to 5 volts as you can in this case. Because we're using 5 volts, it does fall a little bit short. But I use a red LED to light up in that case. When the output's low, I usually use a blue LED to indicate a low output. So now we come back to the bistable mode 555 timer right there. Output's going to stay in whatever state it is until we change it. This is the output voltage we're looking at, 3rd pin down right there. And so it goes all the way down to 0 volts when the output's low. Does a really good job, but falls short of the 5 volts when the output is high. It'll do a little bit better without the LED there, the load drawing current, but still we fall short of the 5 volts. We can look at right there, we got 5 volts. So, and then I bumped the power supply. That changed the output because we kind of lose power briefly. But in any case, we give a low input to pin 4. That sets the output low. And as long as we're not giving a low input there because it's more powerful, we give a low input to pin 2 right there. Then it sets the output high. So that's what we were looking at in this video. Made a really good connection to ground, 0 volts. That helped get the LED a little bit brighter. And we lost some of the voltage when the output was high for the red LED. But I like those colors. So now, when I'm using this pocket oscilloscope right there, we got the cable. It comes to these 2 alligator clips right there. So what I do is I just take the alligator clips and I just clip them to a jumper, breadboard jumper, so that I can plug it into the board. Right now things are going haywire because we got stray voltages in the air. But I can plug that side of the jumper into the breadboard where nothing is to be connected. And then since this one goes to the negative supply, it's ground, 0 volts right there. We can just plug it in right there. So same thing with the positive one. I got a red alligator clip. So this is the voltage in relationship to our ground, our 0 volts right there. Again, just peg it into the board, and I'm going to set it to the output right there. It should show 0 volts right there until I give a low input to the trigger pin. Set the output high right there. So that's how I set up this pocket oscilloscope. Take these measurements. Pretty simple, but really effective in my opinion.